Coach Toby Burrell here at Walnut Creek Softball Complex just outside Raleigh, North Carolina. This is what we've been working for all season long. This is the Final Four in the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Softball Championships. The Final Four, just like in March Madness and college basketball, this is madness in softball. The Final Four here, and we're getting ready to play Game 1. Our Lady Devils of Swain County High School making it for the third consecutive trip to Walnut Creek. And, Coach, I know when you started the season, this is where you wanted to be, and that dream has come through for the third year in a row.
Well, it certainly was something that our seniors talked about from the get-go. They wanted to come back down here, and they saw two other senior classes in their high school careers down here instead of having to end it in a loss at home or on the road somewhere. And they wanted to be able to walk off that practice field on Wednesday and know that that was the last time they were going to be there. And it was on their terms, not someone else's.
That's it. Now, coming down, take us through how you got down here. Of course, I think you made the trip on a chartered bus and stopped and practiced at Lenore Ryan coming down.
Well, we did. We left, of course, most everybody knows, at 10:30 yesterday. And traveled down. We stopped in Lenore Ryan and Hickory and practiced. Coach Holler was the head coach at Lenore Ryan, was extremely gracious and gave us the run of the place, and had a very crisp, very sharp practice. I was very pleased with it. I thought our kids were very crisp in the things that they did. They had a purpose about them, and even Coach Holler admitted there one time, said, "Boy, you guys really got after it." And we did. We had a great practice, and then we went and ate us a big meal and headed the rest of the way down, and got here last night and gave the kids a chance to go to the pool a little bit and relax and just be teenagers a little bit and forget about this game for a little while. And then from there, this morning we got up, ate our breakfast before 9. So that they were out of bed, not laying in bed all day. And then we took them over to Crabtree Mall and let them spend a little time over there being teenagers again. Yeah. And then came back and ate our lunch. We laid around for a little while and rested and got out of the hot sun, and then ate our lunch and got dressed and came on over.
Yeah. Now, Coach, coming into this game, what is different about this year's team? I know this is our third trip in a row down, and not many schools can say that. Came down 2 years ago, last year won a game. What's maybe different about this team compared to the other two teams?
Well, I think it's summed up in a nutshell in resiliency, Gary. This team has had to face so much adversity all year long with the injuries that we've been through, and it's amazing. Most of our fans don't even realize how much we've been through, and I think the resiliency and not making excuses out of that, it would have been very easy for this team to have said, we lost Lauren Cook, we lost Lauren Manley, and went down the list and just used that as an excuse and stepped aside, but we didn't do that. We always had somebody step forward, and we always had somebody fill their shoes and play their style, and it's really made us a stronger team, and it's nothing to do with anything that I've done. It's just the character of this team really had to come out this year.
Now, coming in, talking about injuries, one big one that I'm sure you're thinking about and concerned about is Katie Jo Moss. How is Katie Jo's knee coming into this state championship series?
Well, it's good. She's shown progress this week after a round of antibiotics that she's been through. The girl's been through a lot in a week, and I admire her, really. I think it was the last count was somewhere around 10 shots with antibiotic to try to deal with the bacterial infection that she had in her knee, but the swelling is still there, and we're going to have to keep a close eye on it, but it is down. She went yesterday and practiced full on it, and with no repercussions today, so we look at that as a good sign, and she's slated to go in Game 2 today, win or lose.
Now, Lauren Manley, of course, was on this team that played down here last year. Lauren will not be able to play because of her concussion situation. I know she is not happy about that, and neither are you.
Well, we're not. We obviously would love to have Lauren. Her speed is a game changer in and of itself, not to mention the fact she's a great hitter and a solid defensive player. So we're going to miss her. Yeah. But, it goes back to what we've said all along, and what our mantra has been from the get-go, is that we don't make excuses. We just make adjustments. So we're going to make adjustments, and that's the only thing we can do is just adjust and go on and keep playing.
Yeah. Now, Coach, coming into this game, you have to look I know it's hard to look a game ahead, but we play 2 games today no matter what. What is your strategy with the pitching situation with Kristen and Katie Jo?
Well, we're fortunate to have 2 good pitchers, and that really plays a factor into it. And right now, going into this game, our plan is for Kristen to pitch this one and Katie Jo the next one. Now, the game circumstances may dictate that we alter that in some way, shape, or form. And I will have no qualms at all about bringing Katie Jo in if we've gone through East Surry's lineup 3 times and they've seen Kristen 3 times and they haven't seen her and we have a lead that we want to hold on to. I have no qualms about that, the world of fast pitch softball is one where you can pitch and turn around and pitch again. It's not a problem usually for pitchers at all. Matter of fact, we feel like really with Katie Jo, the looser she gets, the better she throws. So we have no qualms about doing that if we need to.
Okay. Now coming in, East Surry ranked #1 in the state. Fabulous softball tradition. We know them from a couple of years ago. What do you think about East Surry's team this year and their tradition they have generated for the past 5 or 6 years?
Well, they've done a tremendous job, and they're very successful. They've been here many times, won a state title of their own, and we know we got our hands full. You don't get down here and face bad teams. Yeah. They're all going to be good when you get here, and we like to think that they have to look at us the same way. That we're going to have work cut out for us, we're going to have to play and that sort of thing. And but the bottom line is that we've just got to line up and play, and in the end we've got to play our style of softball and see how that stacks up against the best team in the state according to the rankings.
Well, it should be a good game. It looks like the weather's good. It got a few clouds around. It's very humid. You think that humidity is going to have any impact on our girls, because we're not used to this humidity back in the mountains so far this summer?
Well, we're not. You're right there, and our concern becomes what happens in Game 2 rather than Game 1 at this juncture. Of course, the sun going down should help us a little bit in Game 2 and make it a little cooler atmosphere. But we have prepared for that. We've got some ice towels set aside. Carrie Powell, our trainer, does a tremendous job with that. And we've hydrated all week in preparation for this. That's one of the keys that we talked to our team about on Monday, was that you can't wait until you get down here on Thursday or Friday and try to hydrate. You got to start. And so they've been pounding the water since Monday, and the Gatorade and the electrolytes, and our community folks in Swain County were great to give us a lot of that stuff, and we really appreciate that, and it's been a big help.
Yeah. Coach, good luck. I know we're going to be talking more as we progress through the series. This is Game 1, fans. Stay tuned. We have pitch #1, game #1 on the way from Walnut Creek. Walnut Creek, as leading off, of course, is going to be Kayla Myers. She has just had a fabulous season. As we mentioned, coming in, hitting .644, 20 doubles, 46 runs on the season. And you can hear the Swain fans all around us here this afternoon. We have a great contingency of fans, and as always, very loud and very proud of our Maroon Devil teams, no matter what they are or where they might be. Kayla Myers, Courtney Barker, and Kristen Cook will bat 1, 2, 3 here on the top of the first inning. And here we go. The first pitch is going to be in low for a ball. Pitching this afternoon for East Surry is going to be, let's see, Haley Shelton. She's going to be their starting pitcher this afternoon. And again, a nice afternoon for softball. Pitch in outside. 2-0 the count now on Kayla Myers leading off, as she has had a just outstanding season as she led Western North Carolina for much of the year in hitting average, at one time hitting up around 800 actually. Pitch high. That's going to be ball 3 now on Kayla Myers. Again from pitcher Caitlin, or check that, Haley Shelton. Haley Shelton pitching this afternoon for East Surry, and they are obviously a fantastic softball program. Pitch in for a strike. 3-1 the count now to Kayla Myers. Courtney Barker on deck. We're batting top of the first inning, just underway. Game #1 from the State 1A Softball Championships here at Walnut Creek. Pitch in, call, strike. Kayla Myers was headed down to first base. She thought that was a ball. The umpire disagreed, and now the count runs full count. Kayla Myers leading off. Payoff pitch coming on 3-2. And it's going to be ball 4. So Kayla Myers is on with a walk, and the Lady Devils get a runner on here on the top of the first inning. That's a good start, to say the least, against the #1 team in the state. Courtney Barker batting now. On deck is going to be Kristen Cook, followed by Jordan Barker, Kayla Jones, Kayla Crawley, Kelly Loftus, Auburn Lowe, Kayla Stevens. Katie Jo Moss is going to be our flex player this afternoon, playing down at third base. That's where Coach Toby Burrell is in the coach's box down at third base now. And he's going to be on his toes trying to get Kayla Myers all the way around. Talking about Kayla Myers, just talked to her uncle, a former Swain High coach, Joe Myers. Saw him over at the concession stand just a moment ago. There's a bunt right back to the pitcher. They go down to first base. Going to be in time for 1. Oh, and caught off second base is going to be Kayla Myers. Tough break for the Lady Devils. So the bunt, they went to first, and Kayla rounded second, was off the base. They went quickly back to second, and she was tagged out at second base. So bang, bang, a double play by East Surry. So their defense has paid off as Courtney Barker had a good bunt. Kayla Myers was already at second, rounded second, and when she did, she was off the base. The throw came in quickly behind her, and she was tagged out. So tough break for the Lady Devils here on the top of the first as Kristen Cook will be batting now. Strike one into Kristen, who looks at Coach Toby Burrell now at third, getting the sign with 2 out, and now nobody on in the top of the first inning. The Lady Cardinals and the Lady Devils. Pitch in, fouled off. Strike 2 now on Kristen Cook. Talking to her earlier, I think her brother, former Swain baseball standout, Stephen Cook, is going to be here at the game this afternoon. I know he, I think, lives down in the Raleigh area. He was in minor league baseball for some years after playing at Swain and then over at UNC Asheville. Kristen now 0-2 count, pitch high for a ball. 1-2 now on Kristen. Again, 17-0 season pitching this year for the Lady Devils, and just a fabulous year. 1.24 ERA. Nobody on, 2 down. 2-strike pitch, and it's going to be a call, 3rd strike, and that's the way the Lady Devils go down. We had 1 on. We didn't leave anybody, though, and no runs here on the top of the first inning. So fans, stay tuned. We have more softball coming up. East Surry will be coming to bat after this. Fans, welcome back as East Surry is batting here in the bottom of the first inning now. Leading off is going to be Ashley Carter. She'll be followed by Courtney and Simpson, and then Paige Honeycutt will be batting here. We're in the bottom of the first inning. No score yet, and Kristen Cook, of course, starting this afternoon for our Lady Devils. So again, Ashley Carter, they're starting left fielder. Courtney Simpson, they're starting shortstop. Paige Honeycutt, they're starting catcher, will be batting here in the bottom of the first inning. No score yet by either team. And again, this is the first batter for East Surry. 1-2-3, bottom of the first inning, and they're top of the lineup. Fouled off, so there's a strike on Ashley Carter. Again, East Surry, coached by Derek Hill. And again, so much tradition at East Surry. We don't want to build them up too much, but they are one fantastic softball program, as they have been here many, many times. And there's a strike 3. So going down is going to be Ashley Carter. 1 down. So Kristen Cook making her presence known, and I'm sure her brother Stephen proud. Courtney Simpson batting now, 1 out. She's the starting shortstop for East Surry. They're in black with red trim. Kind of reminds you a little bit of Pisgah High School. Pitch in for a ball. As a matter of fact, we had a chance to talk with the Pisgah coaches, Serena Goodwin and Coach Walt Leatherwood. We wish them the best as they're playing nearby. There's a pitch in for a call, strike to Courtney Simpson. Also, Enka, the Enka Sugar Jets are here. So Swain, Pisgah, and Enka playing this afternoon in the state softball championships. Pitch in for a ball, a little low. Kristen moving it around some. Got 1 strike on the batter, Courtney Simpson, with a couple of balls. Nobody on and 1 out. We're in the bottom of the first. Big swing and a miss. 2 strikes now. 2 strikes, 2-2 the count on Simpson. Paige Honeycutt on deck with 1 out. Again, we are in the bottom of the first inning. Our Lady Devils, the visiting team. East Surry, the home team. Let's see if we can get... There's another swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts now. 2 in a row. Kristen Cook is getting it started right here on the bottom of the first inning. 2 consecutive strikeouts to go with her 159 strikeouts already this season. Batting now is going to be Paige Honeycutt, their number 3 hitter and also the catcher. Pitch in for a strike. Kristen not messing around. She is getting it done. That pitch a little low in the dirt. A lot of fans here this afternoon for both teams. Good crowd on hand. And probably more coming down tomorrow. Pitch inside, just missing for a ball. 2-1 the count now with 2 out. Couldn't tell if the batter went around. The umpire appealed down to the first base ump, and it's going to be called a ball. She did not come around. We're talking about Paige Honeycutt batting for East Surry with 2 down. There's a swing and a miss. She went around on that one. That should be 2 strikes. Full count now, 3-2 on Paige Honeycutt, batting with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first, one more strike, and we're through the first. She tried to bunt that one, but it's just got a piece of it for a foul ball. Little slap attempt, so still 2 strikes. Two out, 2 strikes. There's a shot into shallow right field, but it's going to be fouled on the first base side. Now we're on the third base side, so it's kind of hard to tell from our angle until the ump calls it whether it's going to be fair or foul. Again, thanks for listening in live. Again, on WB. A timeout, and we have something that was, we got a loose ball from the field nearby that came into our playing field. As you know, here at Walnut Creek, we have several fields, as this is the site every season of the North Carolina High School Athletic Association Fast Pitch Tournament for 4A, 3A, 2A, and 1A. So a lot of fields here. As a matter of fact, we have 8 games going on right now. 8 games. So 2 games in each high school classification. We have 2 1A games going on as we speak right now. Winner of those 2 games play at 7:30. Losers of both games play at 7:30 also, as this is a double elimination tournament. Pitch in, call third strike on Kayla Jones. So all of a sudden the strikeouts are starting to add up for both pitchers. Now their pitcher, Haley Shelton, with 3 strikeouts on the day. Our Kristen Cook with 3. Batting now with 2 out is going to be Kayla Crawley. Nobody on, 2 down. Top of the second inning here from Walnut Creek. Swing and a miss. So both pitchers have had their way with things so far this afternoon. And as always is the case, it seems to be when you get this far, you're not going to see a whole lot of runs. Usually it's a 2-1, 3-1 kind of a score. Pitch in, call strike. 2 strikes now on Kayla Crawley. Her brother also a baseball player at Western Carolina University. So a lot of athleticism in these family trees here for the Swain High Lady Devils. 2 outs, nobody on. Pitch in, and a call. 3rd strike again. The umpire giving the pitchers the nod. So it's 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the second inning. And no score between Swain County and East Surry, with more softball coming up. Fans, welcome back. We're in the bottom of the second inning now as East Surry is coming up to bat, and leading the way is going to be Brooke Thurman, their number 4 batter in the lineup. Brooke also the starting left fielder, and she takes a pitch for a strike from our Kristen Cook. They'll have number 4, 5, and 6 hitters here batting in the bottom of the second inning for the number 1 ranked team in the state, the East Surry Lady Cardinals. Pitch in the dirt from Kristen Cook, who shot them down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first inning, as she had Ashley Carter, Courtney Simpson, and Paige Honeycutt. She struck them all 3 out. Now she's got 4, 5, and 6 batters. Brooke Thurman, Kayla Bates, and Samantha Smith batting here in the bottom of the second. 2-2 count now on Brooke Thurman. Again, their starting left fielder, Kayla Bates, the starting first baseman on deck, followed by the second baseman, Samantha Smith. So now it looks like a full count. 3-2 the count on Brooke Thurman. Batting with nobody on, nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. And pitch in for a ball. First walk of the day for Kristen Cook now. So Brooke Thurman is going to be on with a walk. Kayla Bates, number 5 hitter in the lineup, batting now with nobody out. Samantha Smith will follow her, and then Beth Isaacs, the designated player for East Surry. As you know, we played East Surry 2 years ago. And, of course, they beat us in the first game of the tournament, actually 2 years ago, when we made our first trip down to Walnut Creek. So let's see what can happen this year. There's a foul ball. East Surry out of Pilot Mountain, North Carolina. The Lady Cardinals, coached by Derek Hill. If you're wondering where Pilot Mountain is, it's up near Elkin. That team we played a lot in football the last several years in the playoffs. There's a bunt right back to the shortstop. There's only a play at first, and it's not going to work. Now the runner at second is going to be coming on to third. So just that quickly, with a slow rolling bunt to shortstop, East Surry has runners on first and third. As we tried to go to first and get the runner, it didn't work, and with the throw to first, East Surry's runner came all the way to third. So now nobody out, and runners on first and third. Samantha Smith is the batter. Runner goes on down to second easily. No throw down to second base from our Kayla Myers. So all of a sudden now East Surry in the driver's seat with nobody out. Runners on second and third. Big swing and a miss. We're in the bottom of the second inning now as our third baseman, Katie Jo Moss, sneaks in a little closer from third base. Interesting defensive situation now. Swing and a miss, and there's going to be a strike three. That's one way to try to get out of this tough situation. Samantha Smith goes down for one out. Batting now is going to be Beth Isaacs, their designated player. So one out now. Big swing and a miss again, this time by, again, Beth Isaacs with the Ducks on the pond. Runner at second and at third with one out. East Surry threatening. First time today we've had runners on second and third in scoring position for either team. 1-1 the count now on Beth Isaacs. Another swing and a miss. Two strikes now on Isaacs. She is swinging for it. She is up there taking big cuts with the stick, trying to get those 2 runs in. A big base hit would probably do just that. Coach Derek Hill in the box at third. There's a call, third strike, 2 out. Huge, huge pitch from Kristen Cook. That was big. 2 outs now. Now the Lady Devil infield can back up. All we have to do is play for the out and get out of this inning. What an effort by Kristen Cook. 2 consecutive strikeouts with runners on second and third. And now it's going to be Haley Shelton, the batter, and a strike in. Strike 1 on Shelton. She is the opposing pitcher. 2 big outs here with runners on second and third. Still no score. There's a foul ball. 2 strikes now on Shelton. 1 more strike and we can escape from this inning with no damage done. Again, things were looking a little shaky there with runners on second and third and no out. But now Kristen Cook has really been bringing it. Pitch in for a ball. 1-2 the count. As you know, the runners are going to be breaking on just about any kind of ball hit in fair play. There's a pop-up. It's going to be down the first base side. Out of play for no play over there. 2 strikes still on Shelton with 2 out. Runners on second and third. Bottom of the second. No score yet. East Surry and our Lady Devils. What a game it's been so far. Pitch in, swing and a miss, and there's strike 3. And our Lady Devils get out of the inning, and East Surry leaves runners on second and third. What a job by Kristen Cook as she struck out 3 in a row after getting runners on second and third. That was really big. Fans, stay tuned. We have more softball coming up after 2-0-0. The Lady Devils and East Surry. We are in the top of the third inning here from Walnut Creek, North Carolina this afternoon. Toby Burrell moves back into the coaching box at third base. You're going to see a lot of Toby as Carissa Hewitt, our video camera person this afternoon, is filming from in the box here just behind third base. So she's going to get a lot of Coach Burrell as he's kind of in the zone, if you will, between the camera and the hitters. So, but it's been a great softball game here. And again, we're proud to bring you this game on videotape. That'll be on next week on cable television in Bryson City and Swain County, and also live here this evening on WBHN 1590 AM. Kit Maxey back at the controls, and batting now with nobody on, nobody out is going to be Kelly Loftus here. And she went around, tried to hold her swing, couldn't, and there's a strike in. 2 strikes now on Kelly. We're on the top of the third. Again, a fast-moving game. This is not like some of the regular season games we have seen where it's Swain 10 and the opponent 0. This is 0-0. Big cut. And that is strike number 3. So both pitchers have been getting it done so far this afternoon. East Surry pitcher Haley Shelton has struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batters, while our Kristen Cook has struck out 6 batters. So the pitchers are dominating right now. East Surry threatened back in the bottom of the second. Runners on second and third with no out. There's a bunt attempt to third base. They fire on to first, and it's going to be, high throw. The first baseman could not come down with it. So Auburn Lowe is on with an infield single. Or if you're really tough, you could charge that as a throwing error for third baseman Caitlin Chenault of East Surry. Throw was high, and the first baseman over there just couldn't come down to tag the base in time. Auburn Lowe quickly down to first base, so she is on with 1 out. Kayla Stevens, the batter now. Our starting center fielder at the plate. We have 4 Kaylas on this team, and they are outstanding. Kayla Myers, Kayla Jones, Kayla Crawley, Kayla Stevens. And East Surry has 2 Kaylas as well. All right, pitch in. That one's going to be a ball. Throw down to first base. Not going to be in time. East Surry's catcher is trying to keep Auburn Lowe close over at first base. Auburn, of course, is pretty quick. She's going to take off at every opportunity. So 1 on, 1 out. Kayla Stevens steps back in. On deck is going to be top of the lineup, and Kayla Myers. So we have a possibility here. There's a bunt attempt. It's going to be fouled on the third base side. Comes right at our camera people in the camera box. They actually have a box outlined with white here for the all the camera people to be in, whether it's videotaping or just regular digital or 35 millimeter for that matter. But we have plenty of camera people here this afternoon. 4, as a matter of fact, in this box on the third base side. And they have to be heads up because they could actually get hit as they're out there in foul territory, literally on the field. There's a foul ball. 2-2 now the count. 2-2 the count on Kayla Stevens with 1 out. Auburn Lowe at first base. Let's see if we can bring Auburn around. No score yet. We're in the top of the third here in the first game of the Final 4 State Softball Championships. Oh, swing and a miss for out number 2 now. So Kayla Stevens took a cut, didn't get any on that one. Kind of a slap attempt, if you will. So now Kayla Myers takes some of her catching gear off and gets ready to hit.
Batter number 24, Kayla Myers.
Kayla Myers, top of the lineup now with 2 out. Auburn Lowe at first base and no score for either team. Again, Kayla, one of the top hitters in all of Western North Carolina. Big swing, fouled off. No play. Kayla hitting .644. Talking to Coach Toby Burrow before the game, I like the team's mantra. No excuses, just make adjustments. And this team has done that all year with the number of errors we have had. Injuries is what I'm trying to say, not errors, injuries. We've had so many injuries this year. Katie Jo Moss, who's playing third base this afternoon, is trying to get back, so she will probably pitch the second game. She's had a knee problem the past couple of weeks. Well, actually, a little longer than that, but it's more serious here the past few days. 2 out. Kayla Myers digs in, pitch high for a ball. They try to go down to first base again, not in time. But again, just a lot of injuries this year, and those have really, really hurt. But our girls have adjusted. They didn't make excuses and have fought back to have a fantastic season. Pitch in for a ball. So Kayla Myers hanging in there. Courtney Barker is going to be on deck. Last time up, Kayla Myers got on with a walk, so she has a good eye for the strike zone. And obviously, with a .644 batting average, that says everything right there. Pitch high for a ball. So Kayla may be working on getting her second walk of the day. Getting on base here today has just been really big for either team because it has been so tough. As we mentioned, East Surry beat us back in 2005. They won the state championship back in 2005. There's a foul ball. East Surry won the state title in 1999. They won it in 2005. Then in 2006, our first trip down here, they beat us 5-1 in our first game. So East Surry, again, a team that has been here a lot to Walnut Creek. Kayla Myers hanging in there. Another foul ball. This one down the third base side again. So all the camera folks over here are on their toes because they're starting to realize, hey, that ball's going to come over here some today. But again, a good crowd of fans here from Swain County. And I think we'll have some more fans come down tomorrow. I know we did last year when we played on Saturday. And we hope you'll consider that. All right, as Kayla steps out of the batter's box. Hey, there's another walk. So for the second time today, Kayla Myers draws a walk, and we have runners on first and second. Let's see if we can get a two-out rally going here. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Last inning, East Surry had runners on second and third with no out, and they still didn't score. As Courtney Barker steps in. Courtney got on last time. She actually hit a little bunt down to the infield, and they threw her out at first base. And then as the runner was coming around second, got tagged out. Let's see what we can do with 2 outs here. Courtney got the bat ready. Pitch in, high for a ball. And now Auburn Lowe really making the catcher think that she's going to break from second base on every pitch. So now East Surry, their third baseman, really tight over there at third. And the catcher is really keeping an eye on Auburn Lowe down at second base. 2 out, bottom of the third, or check that, top of the third, no score. Stepping out of the box is going to be Courtney Barker. Now, if we can win 1 game tonight, we're going to be playing tomorrow. Got to win 1 tonight to play on Saturday. Pitch for a ball. So now the strike zone getting a little tougher for pitcher Haley Shelton of East Surry to find all of a sudden. She has 6 strikeouts on the day, but she also has 2 walks. Courtney, foul ball behind the plate, no play. And we're going to be here for all the action. We'll be playing again at 7:30 tonight, regardless of what happens in this first game. So be sure and take a break after the first game and then come back and join us around 7:30 or so for game 2. There's a high hopper to shortstop, and they're going to put the tag on the runner going to second. So that's the end of the top of the third inning. We got a couple on, but left them stranded out there. Couldn't get them in. So we played 2.5 from Walnut Creek. It's still Swain 0, East Surry 0, with East Surry coming to bat. We enter the bottom of the third inning here from Walnut Creek. Thanks for watching and listening. We're videotaping, of course, for the Swain County Schools. Carissa Hewitt out there with her life on the line almost, just outside third base on the playing field. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher as Kristen picks it up, fires to first base easily for out number 1. Good job by Kristen. She has been doing a great job all afternoon. So that was Caitlin Chenault as she grounds out to the pitcher for 1 down.
Number 10, Courtney Reed.
So now Courtney Reed is batting for East Surry, the number 1 ranked team in the state in the 1A poll. Our Lady Devils ranked number 3. There's a slap attempt. This goes foul, kind of right over into the Swain County fans section here. Got a bunch of fans, and we hope we're going to have some more tomorrow. Now, of course, don't come down yet. Listen to your radio tonight. And we have to win 1 game tonight so we can play again tomorrow. One out here. Another slap attempt. This is a pop-up right back to Kristen. So Kristen now with fielding both the outs here in the bottom of the third inning as Courtney Reed pops up to the pitcher. Now we go back to the top of the lineup. And batting now is going to be Courtney Simpson. So they have two Courtneys and two Kaylas on this team. There's a shot, between shortstop and third. Just got through for a base hit. Just got through for a base hit. And that is the first base hit of the day by East Surry. They've had a couple of runners on base, but that is the first hit. Batting now is going to be Paige Honeycutt, who struck out last time. We need another strikeout or two. We just need one more strikeout. Two outs as two Lady Cardinals have grounded to the pitcher and popped to the pitcher. Pitch in for a strike down to second base. Throw is going to be long. Gets into center field, but back there quickly. Good defense out there in center field is Kayla Stevens. She gets it back in. So the runner down at second. Courtney Simpson holds at second base. So good defense out there in center field. Kayla Stevens on the spot now. Now East Surry with a runner at second. Another foul ball by the batter, Paige Honeycutt, batting with two out. One on, bottom of the third, no score for either team so far. Typical state championship kind of game, no score. Pitch in, there is a bunt, but it's going to be foul on the first base side. But as we mentioned in the pregame show with Coach Toby Burrell, just like in college basketball, this is the Final Four of State 1A softball. Only difference is this is double elimination as opposed to single elimination in college bass. There's a call, third strike, as Kristen Cook pitches us out of a jam again. So East Surry leaves one on, and we have played 3 full innings here from Walnut Creek, North Carolina, and our score is still 0-0. Our Lady Devils coming to bat in the top of the fourth in just a moment. Fans, welcome back. We're live again from Walnut Creek. This is game 1 of the State 1A softball playoffs. Number 1 team in the state, East Surry, against our number 3 team in the state, our Lady Devils. The winner will go on to play the winner of East Carteret and Manteo. They're playing right now on field number 2, right next door to our field number 1. We're playing on field 1 here at Walnut Creek, North Carolina. And leading off here, let's see, as we check the lineup, Kristen Cook struck out last time. She's batting here in the top of the fourth inning. Again, a fast-moving game. Fast-moving game. We're almost halfway finished and still no score. Swing and a miss for a strike 2 on Kristen. 0-2 the count. It'll be Kristen Cook, Jordan Barker, and Kayla Jones hitting 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the fourth inning. Kristen hangs in there. 0-2 pitch, low for a ball. And one thing we want to make clear, if you're maybe planning on coming down tomorrow, if we lose both games tonight, we will not be playing tomorrow. If we win one game tonight and lose one game, we'll be playing at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3 on Kristen Cook. And if we win both games today and play in the winner's bracket, we won't play until 1:30 on Saturday. So depending on what happens tonight, we'll alter your travel plans. There's a foul ball down the left field line, no play. So if we win 2 tonight, we won't play tomorrow until 1:30. If we win 1 and lose 1 tonight, we'll play tomorrow morning at 11, which means you're going to have to get up early in the morning if you're going to come down to Walnut Creek, just a little bit east of Raleigh, actually. There's a swing and a miss and a strike in to Kayla Jones, our starting second baseman, another senior on this outstanding team. Oh, check that. I'm sorry. Jordan Barker batting. Saw that 4. It's a 14 and not a 24. Jordan Barker struck out last time. Kayla Jones is going to be on deck. She started to go around and did not. Held up. 1-2 the count on Jordan Barker with 1 down. Kayla Jones on deck. Pitch in for a ball. So Jordan, good eye. But again, Haley Shelton, their pitcher for East Surry, has had a pretty good day. She has her own share of strikeouts, as she has been getting it done. It has been a pitcher's battle and a defensive battle so far. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 3 on Jordan Barker. As a matter of fact, looking at our hitting, as Kayla Jones steps up to hit, we have Auburn Low, depending on how the scorekeeper calls it, either got on with a base hit or an error charge to East Surry. Pitch in for a strike to Kayla Jones. That is our only resemblance of a base hit today. And by the same token, East Surry only has one hit. They have one solid hit today. That tells you the pitchers are really fantastic. Pitch in for a ball to Kayla, batting now with 2 out, nobody on. In the top of the 4th, no score here from Walnut Creek in game 1. 2 outstanding teams. Pitch high for a ball. As we have said earlier in the broadcast, I really think the winner of this game is in the driver's seat for the State 1A Championship, because I think these are the 2 best teams of the Final 4 here at the tournament. Our Lady Devils and the Lady Cardinals of East Surry. I really think the winner of this game can win the whole thing. Of course, East Carteret and Manteo, the other 2 teams, would argue that point, but statistically, they don't seem to add up to our Lady Devils. There's a swing as Kayla started to go around. They say she went around just enough. So 3 up and 3 down in the top of the 4th inning. Still no score from Walnut Creek, with East Surry coming to bat in just a moment. Fans, welcome back as we are proud to bring you this broadcast of the first game of the Final 4 1A Softball State Championships here from Walnut Creek, North Carolina. If you've never heard of Walnut Creek, hey, we're basically in Raleigh. So just stay on I-40 East, take exit 300 on Rock Quarry Road, and that'll put you in the right direction. So I-40 East all the way to exit 300. And that's only about probably 3 miles. We're about 3 miles off I-40 here at a beautiful softball complex. Pitch in, batting now for East Surry is Brooke Thurman, who got on with a walk last time. That is the only walk that our Kristen Cook has issued today. Nobody on, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning in this scoreless game. Kristen, that is a pop-up down to first base. Oh, Jordan after it, or Kayla Jones after it over there too, and just couldn't get a glove on it. It's a foul ball, though, in foul territory, so good hustle over there by Kayla Jones, tracking it down from second base. Now our girls are kind of looking right into the sun, so the defenders are kind of looking into the sun this afternoon. That can be a problem with. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2 now. Brooke Thurman, she is their cleanup hitter. Also their starting left fielder. Oh, she started to go around. Did she stop? I believe so. There have been some close ones that the umpires have had to deal with on check swings this afternoon. So again, nobody on, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning. We've already played half of the 7-inning contest. There's a shot into left field, and that one is going to be, just foul. And breathing a sigh of relief out there because of that is our own Auburn Low. That one was into the sun. I could tell she was having trouble with it because she was looking right into the sun trying to track that ball down, and it's so hard playing into the sun. And fortunate for her and the Lady Devils that, no, they're going to say it. Wow, you got to be kidding. She is on first base. They're going to say that was a fair ball. And I find that hard to believe. It looked foul to me. But she is on first base. So give
Number 6, Samantha Smith.
Samantha Smith batting now. Pitch in for a ball. So now Kristen Cook again having to bear down with Thurman over at first base. Again, hard to believe they call up here, but they did. Pitch in for a strike, and throw down to second is out. Great coverage over there from Kayla Jones. She puts the tag at second base, and the Lady Devils get out of another jam here. They had a runner on, but our defense is just not allowing them to score, as Brooke Thurman, a big girl, tried to go down to second base, as Kayla Jones with a great throw from Kayla Myers. Kayla to Kayla, tag at second. That takes the runner off the bases now. Big swing and a miss. Our girls thought it was strike three, but that's only 2 strikes now on Samantha Smith. Smith hanging in there with 2 out. There's a foul ball, but the bases are empty now, taking that threat off the base path here in the bottom of the 4th. The closest either team has come to scoring, East Surry had runners on second and third with no out, and they just couldn't score, as Kristen Cook threw 3 straight strikeouts in the second inning to stave off that scoring threat by East Surry. So now Samantha Smith for East Surry hanging in there. Foul ball again. Had plenty of foul balls this afternoon. Now the umpire looking for another softball, as several balls have been fouled out of play. As well, still trying to get us a softball. Can't play without a ball, I can tell you that. Here we go. Stepping back in is going to be Samantha Smith now, batting with 2 out and nobody on. And no runs for either team. Here in the bottom of the 4th, there is another shot into right field. This one is going to be caught. Coming on, good job out there in right field for Kayla Crawley, and that's going to be out number 3. So we have played 4 now from Walnut Creek, and it's still 0-0. Swain and East Surry. We'll be right back. Yeah, some more softball going here. As a matter of fact, it's almost like starting over. We've played 4 innings here, and nobody has scored, so hey, every inning's a brand new ball game. And stepping in now is going to be our own Kayla Crawley. Batting here, top of the 5th, and she takes pitch 1 for a call, strike 1. Kayla Crawley having a great season here. Fantastic season. All these girls have. What are we saying? That's why we're here playing in the State 1A Championships. Pitch in, big swing, strike 2 now to Kayla Crawley, our starting right fielder. As we mentioned, her brother, a baseball player up at Western Carolina, so a lot of these girls have so many different aspects of athletics in their family and their career. Call, third strike, and that's going to be 1 down. So Kayla gets that one looking, as Kelly Loftus is coming up to bat now. Kelly struck out last time. We've said this again and again, great defense and great pitching. That's what it's been here this afternoon. Both pitchers have dominated, as we're seeing strikeouts up and down the score sheet for both teams. Kelly Loftus, ground ball to shortstop, on to first base. It's going to be in time for out number 2. So getting the bat on the ball, though, is just something that we want to do. This team has just hit the ball very well all season long. And I'm sure before the day is over here this afternoon, we're going to be hitting it some more. But so far today, pitcher Haley Shelton has been really, really tough to hit. Batting now is going to be Auburn Lowe, who got on last time. She got on base last time up. As she starts, call strike on this one. So again, Auburn Lowe. It's going to be on, let's see, Auburn Lowe, let's see. Taking strike 1. Oh, there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. So nobody on, 2 out, top of the 5th. Very fast game because it's been a pitcher's duel. Lots of strikeouts. Only 1 time has any team reached third. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And that's the way the top of the 5th inning goes. 3 up and 3 down. Again, the pitcher's duel continues here from Walnut Creek. More softball coming. Hey, and I thought Kent Maxey was a girl's best friend. No, I'm just kidding. So back here we go live as East Surry batting here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Nobody has scored between our Lady Devils and the Lady Cardinals of East Surry. Pitch in high for a ball, as Kristen Cook has had another great outing. There is no surprise she is 17-0 the way she has pitched this afternoon. She has pitched a shutout against the #1 team in the state. Pitch in for a strike now as Beth Isaacs, who struck out last time, is at the plate. Isaacs is a freshman for East Surry. As we mentioned, East Surry has a couple of state championships. They won in 1999, and I know they won again in 2005. Then they beat us in 2006 when we made our first trip down to Walnut Creek. So East Surry, there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Isaacs goes down, and that's 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Carissa Hewitt and I were talking between innings, and nobody has scored, and you just keep playing until somebody scores. And the way this one's going, whoever blinks first may be in trouble. Pitch in for a strike. Batting now is going to be Haley Shelton, and she has pitched a great game for East Surry. She's the hitter now with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning here. Scoreless tie. Oh, she started to go. Held up. That off-speed pitch for a ball. On deck is going to be Caitlin Chenault for East Surry. Coming in 28-2, ranked #1 in the state. Pitch outside for a ball. 2-1 the count now. Our Lady Devils, hey, not too shabby either, 25-2. And ranked #3 in the state. Pitch in, swing and a miss. Big strike from Kristen Cook. 2-2 now the count. We want to wish the best to the Pisgah Sugar Bears playing here this afternoon as we speak. They're down 1-0. Also the Inca Sugar Jets, they are tied 0-0. There's a foul ball. So that tells you how close these games are. Our game is 0-0. Pisgah losing right now 1-0 in their game, according to some friends from Pisgah we talked to a moment ago. And the last score we heard in the 3A game, Inca, in their first game, is tied 0-0. So in 3 games, only 1 run has been scored. By the way, they have some tough competition over there as well, talking about Inca and Pisgah. There are some great softball teams down here at Walnut Creek this year. Swing and a miss. And there's out number 2. Kristen Cook just keeps on bringing it. As Shelton goes down, that's going to bring up Caitlin Chenault. She grounded to the pitcher her last time. But talking about Pisgah, they may have the toughest first round game of either team here. They are playing a team ranked #8 in the country. Pisgah is playing Central Davidson, the defending 2A state champion. Pitch in for a strike. Central Davidson, #8 in the country. They are